Hello everyone, it is Toby here, and I appreciate this is not the usual setting that you see me in. I am sat on my sofa in my flat, working from home, but I have just got back from a good session in the gym, and I managed to record a fair bit of what I was doing, so I decided why not turn this into a video, because it's not often that you guys get to see what I get up to in the public gym. Because it is difficult to film in there, especially when it's busy. It was nice and quiet, so I got a lot of my sets and exercises recorded. So I thought we'd do a little bit of a different video today where I just sit down, talk you through my training with bits of clips inserted here and there, talk through some of the mindset and the reason why we're going and doing this sort of training. And yeah, just do a bit more of a sit down talky kind of video before we get back into the garage gym for some heavy deadlifting probably in the next video. So that's what we're going to do. I thought we best get a video out for you because I've got a very busy week coming up, so I don't know if I'll be able to get any other home gym videos done this week. So thought it was best to get one out for you. And yeah, so hopefully if you enjoy this format, do let me know in the comment down below, because I never know whether these sort of videos where I just talk through my training rather than in real time reacting to what I'm doing and all of that is better. I don't know whether you like the post-training talk through or whether you like the just normal training videos where I'm there training, recording in between my sets and as I'm going. So let me know in the comments which you prefer and whether or not these videos are any good. So as you could tell from the title and thumbnail, today was a pressing day. This is my first of 2 pressing sessions that I do a week. So my week is structured as a leg day to start the week, then a pressing session where we focus on more gym lifts, then a deadlift day, and then a pressing session where we focus on more strongman lifts like log press. So that is my week. So yeah, it's very, very heavy. But the beauty of having 2 pressing sessions a week is because we can do a really focused gym lift pressing session in a public gym, which is this session. And it's a session I don't record too often, but it seems to do well when I do. So I'll go through sort of this session and why it's here and why we do focus on gym lifts at all, why we don't just do strongman lifts, as I am a strongman, and hopefully it is of use for you guys. So obviously the main reason why I do a sort of gym lift day of the week is because I am in a public gym for 2 sessions of my week, because I have to live in a flat. I don't have the garage space or any space in this flat to have a home gym all the time, and I do have a job, so I've got to be here working most of the time. So that is why we don't go to the home gym every single session, don't have access to our strongman kit every single session. So that is the overarching main reason for a gym-based pressing session, but also the exercises you can get done in a public gym for pressing strength is just it's intense. It's really good. You have obviously access to all the dumbbells, barbells, racks, machines, everything. So the main value I get out of a gym-based pressing session is being able to have access to a bunch of dumbbells that I don't have to set up with the adjustable weights and whatever, just having the dumbbells there. And also cable stacks. I have a lat pull down low row combo in the home gym, so that has been a fantastic upgrade, but it doesn't really compare to a proper functional trainer cable stack that's nice and smooth, really, really good. So it's good to have access to those 2 things. But honestly, my gym-based pressing session could be done in a home gym as well. It is mainly just barbell work with some dumbbells and some cable stack work, but it is nice to get done in a public gym where we've got access to, yeah, some nice dumbbells, some nice equipment, even if the dumbbells are not as heavy as I'd like. But with all of that out the way, I'm going to go through a bit of a session plan, stop waffling, and then we'll actually get into the proper session. So in the past, this session has been bench press focused, but that is no longer the case. We are focusing on strict barbell overhead press to build that shoulder and tricep power that we want for a big log press. And that is because my off-season goals at the minute are to get a really big log press and a really big deadlift. So bench pressing strength is taking a back seat. We still do bench press like accessories throughout the week. As you know, in my log press sessions, we do close grip bench. And then in today's session, my primary accessory to the strict press is the incline bench. So two really good accessories there that are still bench press focused, but I don't do any normal flat benching at all anymore, just because it's not needed for strongman. So there are the better sort of pressing accessories that I like to do instead. So yeah, we start off with a really heavy set of strict press, because that helps get that grind, lockout grind. So if you somehow mess up a log dip, or you can dip and press a little bit and you need to grind it out, that is what strict press really works very, very well. So my strict press has come on a world since I first started, because I never used to do it. I always used to push press everything. So the fact I'm actually training it now has made a real difference to my log press. It's actually turned the clean into the weakness, which it never was, just because every single press I do seems to fly. So I managed today, it was 97.5 kilo, which is only 2.5 kilo off my PB of 100. So 97.5. Program said one or more reps. So when my program says one or more, the guidance is sort of do one, and then if it feels good, do 1 to 3 extra reps, whatever you feel like, as long as it's, you know, safe and not gonna injure you or anything, and it's not an absolute grinder. So today we managed to hit 97.5 for 4 reps. So 1 plus the full 3 extra reps, and I'll show you that right now. So as you can see, the first 3 reps moved super easy, and then the 4th rep was a little bit of a grind, but that is exactly what we want to work, never in question there. And as you can see, I'm getting really good now at keeping my head back, not shoving it through too early, making sure that my forearms stay parallel to the bar, and get a really strong press. So I'm getting good at strict press now the more I practice it, and it's having a fantastic carryover to the log press. And as I mentioned, the primary accessory I do straight after this is the incline bench press. So I try and do pretty much the same weight that I've been strict pressing for incline bench, and it's obviously a higher rep range. It's 3 sets of 5 to 8 reps. So in my head, that's 3 sets of 8. And if I start failing, then we need to sort it out. But yeah, what I've been trying to do is I did 95 kilo last week for 2 sets of 8 and a set of 6. So this week I really wanted to get 95 for 3 clean sets of 8, so that next week we can then up the weight and restart the progress. And yeah, so I only filmed 1 set of the incline bench, but it was my 2nd set, so you should get a good idea of how that was moving. It was moving really, really smooth. This is the incline bench. Pretty solid. I tend to go for a slightly high incline, not massively high, but higher than I would normally, and that is just because when you're doing log press, it's more of an incline bench movement, so it just has a better carryover if you set the seat a little bit higher than you would like for an incline bench that's closer to a flat bench. Obviously it limits the amount of weight you can use, but it is more realistic for what I do. So those are my 2 sort of primary heavy barbell movements of the session, and they are roasting. Like by this point, after this incline bench, my triceps are so pumped and really shaky. So it is really quite a good combination of exercises there. Like it's really solid, doing heavy strict press and then heavy incline bench straight after it. Roast the front delts, roast the triceps, and it is just a really good combination. But if it wasn't mean enough doing those 2 back to back, finishing off with a dumbbell overhead press standing beltless it's the way to kill you off for a day, to be honest. In the past I've done seated shoulder press, I've done inclined shoulder press on dumbbells. But it's always good, while we have access to dumbbells, to work that instability that dumbbells give, especially on shoulder press, working all those little muscles that you wouldn't really work on a barbell because it has more of a fixed path. But dumbbells are really, really humbling and really brutal, especially when you're doing dumbbell shoulder press standing, no belt, no stability, nothing. I am getting better at these. This is one of those exercises that just feels awful, but it's really working, and it really, you can tell it works. So I'll show you the set and then I'll talk about it afterwards. So yeah, bear in mind on seated dumbbell shoulder press, I can do close to the 40s, and on the standing, I can just about do the 28s for sets of 10. So obviously, as I keep doing these, as I get better balanced, as I get better at doing them, I will get better. But after those two really brutal pressing exercises, finishing off with these with fatigue triceps, fatigue shoulders is a fantastic way just to fill up with blood. Like you'll see, it's one of those exercises that looks way easier than it feels. The first sort of 7 reps move super light, and then when you get 8, 9, and then finally 10, you almost can't move. It is ridiculous. So again, this is sets of 6 to 10. Managed to get a set of 10 on 2 of the sets, and then the final set I only managed 8, which should prove that I'm at a good weight for this, even though it might look light on video. It really, really isn't. So it's a fantastic way to end the pressing portion of today's session, and it is just, as I said, absolutely brutal. So that is where the footage of my training ends for this session. At the end of this session, I have a couple more exercises to do, which you guys should all be absolutely familiar with. It is the most gym bro of gym bro exercises. So we just do some tricep rope push downs, pretty heavy, 6 to 10 reps. Just again, if you hadn't finished your triceps off already, just absolutely kill them off for the end of the session. By this point, my triceps are screaming, and it's just a case of knuckling down and getting them done. And then just a bit of shoulder health to finish off the session. So some face pulls to get the rear delts working. Lock 3, which is a really humbling rear delt exercise where you take 2 dumbbells, you lie face down on the floor, and you sort of raise them up behind you. Give it a Google. It's pretty nasty. I've done it in a video before, but it's one of those things that's really terribly awkward to film in the public gym, so I didn't get it done. And then just some external rotations and some rotator cuff stuff to finish off, just to make sure that my flexibility in my shoulder is all good and nothing hurts and I can do whatever I want. It is really, really important. I can't stress this enough. If you're taking lifting and strongman seriously, then take your shoulder health seriously and make sure that you do all of these little really boring exercises, because they make a world of difference. Like, some people can't get their arm behind there. I can get it all the way back there, and that is because I am really good at doing all of my shoulder health stuff. So make sure you get it done. But that is the session. I am pretty knackered for it. I'm sorry if the camera's been shaking at all. Again, I'm trying my best to hold the camera, but I have just done the session I've just shown you, and my triceps are still absolutely roasted. So holding the camera has not been fun, but that is the end of the session. So I hope you did enjoy the end of this session and this whole video in general. I know, apologies, it is a slightly different format to what you're used to and a bit more of me talking, but I hope you guys found some value and some entertainment out of it. Obviously, this is a bit more of an educational one than a having fun lifting some heavy weights one, but you still got a glimpse of my session as best as I could show you. But hopefully you guys definitely got some value out of that. So comment down below if you think anything that I've said today has been helpful, this video format's good, or if you prefer the other format, again, let me know in the comments below and we will do more of that. But I thought, as I had a bit of footage from today's session and it was a good session, I'd share it with you guys. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I've been Toby. If you enjoyed, please be sure to leave a like down below. It helps the channel out massively, boosting it to the algorithm. We are nearing in on 1,000 subscribers now, and it is a milestone that I really want to get by the end of the year. So if you are watching this and you haven't considered hitting subscribe, please go ahead and do so. I try and get weekly content out of my training. Not every video is like this one. Most of them are me in the garage gym, lifting some massive weights. So if you watched this video, didn't particularly like it, please go and give the other videos a chance and you'll see my normal format and what I do. Otherwise, thank you guys so much for watching. I've been Toby and I'll see you in the next video.